This is a video response to McHenryAnge concerning threshing wheat by hand. I know that threshing wheat by hand looks like a simple thing, and that's what makes it so confounding. I don't know if you can see this. My camera doesn't do close-ups well, but the grains are in the seed heads pretty tightly. I mean, I can hit it like that and nothing, you get nothing out of it. And you can roll it like that, nothing. It is very well protected in there. You would think you could just smack it against something and that the grains would fall out, but it just doesn't happen. And it really does. It looks like it would be so simple to get the grains out of here. That's what drives you nuts. So I tried your idea of putting wheat between two pieces of plywood, and your theory was that the grains would twist out, you know, being rolled between the two pieces of plywood, that it would twist out. But the problem is that the grains are laying in all different directions, and when you put the plywood on and rub it like that, it does work on some, but as you see, it walks out from all sides. So it does work a little bit, but then you end up with some of the grains flattened, and no matter how much I rub it, then once they're flattened like that, then it doesn't come out. But that does work some, and it gave me an idea of something else that actually does work, and I'll show you that in a minute here. And your other idea was to shove the wheat heads into spokes of a bicycle. Now, I thought that was going to work, but I'll show you how that turns out. Okay, the problem with this is when you try to shove the wheat into the spokes, instead it just flattens out and rides across the top. And I really wish this had worked out. It doesn't even with all of that action, it's not beating the grains out of the wheat. And you just can't shove it in there. So I'll show you what I found that does work, thanks to your input. Okay, here's what I found does work. I cut a piece of hardware cloth and to fit the bottom of this pan. I don't know what this pan was for. This was something that my daughter-in-law brought from her grandma's house, and it has grooves at the bottom, which work out great. And just put the hardware cloth in and put some wheat on it. And then I take a piece of wood and just scrub it. And this is like your idea of rubbing it between two pieces of plywood, except the hardware cloth is grabbing it on the bottom and keeping it from shifting. And this just knocks the grains right out of it. This works good. See, it didn't take me long at all, and I got this much wheat out of it. And all the grains fall into those grooves in the bottom. It does a good job, and it doesn't seem to break up the grain heads pulls the grains out pretty well. And some of this would have to be scrubbed through a second time. But it doesn't break up the grains or scuff them up. I'm not doing this for you. You see, the chickens love wheat. Absolutely love it. So this would be a way that you could thresh wheat on a big scale. You could have a large box and a huge piece of wood, and probably scrub a lot of it at one time. So that would be one way of going about it. And also found that I could with this old fryer basket, I could use that to winnow out a lot of the big trash and save some time there. And the rest of this should winnow out with the wind, but we just rarely ever have any wind here. The wind would be a good time saver if you had it, but I don't have it. You just make your own wind if you have to. Of course, she's going to eat it all. So thanks to your ideas, I did come up with another way to do this, which would probably be a lot faster than the little corn grinder that I was using. And there has to be some way to go about it. I know thousands of years ago, the way they did it before, they used slave labor, because I don't think anybody would volunteer for this job. And but it's been done before, and it could be done again. And like I said, the wheat, to look at it, it looks like it would be such a simple thing to get the grains out of these wheat heads. But when you look at a wheat thresher, that is a huge, complicated piece of machinery. And so it's just not as simple as you would think. So here's one other way it could be done. Hope it helps. As you can see, the chickens don't have a bit of trouble getting that grain out of there. If you could just find a way to get the chickens to do it without them eating it up, that would be a good thing. I have a lot of people write me about how friendly these chickens are, and that one there is getting to the point of annoying. She follows me around like a puppy dog, and when I leave here in my car, she chases the car down the driveway, and when I come home from work, the minute she spies that car, she starts running for me. It's actually kind of sad to watch that chicken. So if you could figure out a way to get birds to do it for you, that'd be good too. Hope it helps.